Okay. All right, let's go. Hi, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins looking at a tornado warning that has been issued for Custer County. If you were watching the 6 o'clock news during my weather segment, I was afraid of this, that we would be seeing a couple of cells merge, and when that happens, we see a tornado warning, and sure enough, a tornado warning has been issued for Custer County until 7:15. Confirmed tornado located 8 miles west of Callaway, as 24 miles southwest of Broken Bow, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Emergency management did confirm this tornado. The damaging tornado and half-dollar size hail is a possibility with this. So we're kind of keeping a close eye on this area right in here. And I'm going to look at the velocity, a couple of different velocities here. Maybe the North Platte one. It's a little, you can kind of see it. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit so that we can get a better idea of what we're looking at. And it's this area right here. So let's see, I'm going to see what the National Weather Service is saying. Let's see. So this is a tornado warning for southwestern Custer County until 7:15. Confirmed tornado was located 8 miles west of Callaway. So let's find Callaway, and we'll kind of look for. It's got to be right over there by just south of Arnold, just west of Delight, southwest of Delight, north and east of Brady. There's Broken Bow, so that's kind of where we're looking at right now. Let me go back to the radar here so we can get a excuse me, a closer look at this. You can see the storm, it merged. So when this storm right here, this right there merged with that storm right there, it created rotation. I was very afraid that was going to happen, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And now we're looking at some rotation. It looks like it's trying to wash out fairly quickly, but there was a confirmed tornado from emergency management. So by all means, so the tornado warning very much warranted. And you can see this area right here, lots of red versus green. And I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. And that is, I mean, that's a pretty good indicator of rotation. When you see the red and the green, and then the green inside of the red, a very good argument for there being strong rotation just west of Aconto, near Elam, and southwest of Delight. Some of the towns I don't think I've ever been through before, but southwest of Broken Bow, south of Arnold, just east of North Platte. I'm going to look and see what kind of information from the National Weather Service. I'm not seeing a whole lot, which makes sense. Okay, here's the latest information. Just a couple of minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Callaway, which is just southwest of Broken Bow, about 15 miles. It's moving east at 40 miles per hour. It is now radar indicated, so the tornado has lifted. It's mainly over rural areas of southwestern Custer County, including Lodi and Etna. But this is moving quickly to the east at 40 miles per hour. So let's put this back into radar form here and zoom out a little bit. So you notice the red box, it was pink and purplish. It has now been reverted back to the red because there's no longer a confirmed tornado on the ground. But it was just as I feared. This storm right here kicked out a part of it, and it ran right into there. and created a tornado warning. Now this is just kind of sitting here, and I think this is going to catch up with this storm, and as it does, we could see maybe another tornado warning out of this, but it's not moving like perpendicular. You know, when you have a storm that goes this way and then another storm that goes this way, you'll sometimes get that rotation. But this one right here, this is just kind of sitting here, and it's almost like it's moving in the same direction. So it might just be absorbed by this storm. Hopefully that's the case. I mean, these storms are strong enough. So if you have, and we'll kind of go through a couple of different looks here. If you have any outdoor plans and you're in the way of this storm, you may want to at least hold off a little while until the storms roll through, because we have severe thunderstorm warnings, we have tornado warnings, and hopefully this all quiets down as we get past sunset. That's kind of what's expected out of this. But since this tornado warning has been allowed to turn into radar indicated, and it's mainly in rural areas, I'm going to send you back to programming, but I am going to keep a very, very close eye on this. If any other warning pops up like this, I'll be sure to cut in and let everybody know what's going on. So please keep it tuned to Channel 8. We'll keep you up to date. Okay. Wasn't really planning on going live tonight, but here we are. Okay, looking at the questions on YouTube. Everybody wants to know if it's going to hold together into eastern Nebraska. I had a feeling that'd be a #1 question. And the answer is they are on track for Lincoln, but the severe potential is low. So the storms will make their way into central and eastern Nebraska as the evening progresses. The hope is that they diminish in strength as they get past Grand Island. Expecting them around midnight for the Lincoln area. Omaha probably about an hour later than that. No, I cannot catch a break. Boy, I haven't had Diet Mountain Dew in a long time. Ugh. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, let's see. How long have I been on? 8 minutes? Oh, it's not a very long one. I think I'm going to let this this one go. I was beginning to see the start of a bow echo for the most part. I mean, it's just a long line of storms that are bowing out. Bow echoes are usually smaller. But yeah, it's just a big, long line of storms. That's what's going on. Curious, where did you hear that? Tornado Extreme 25.0? And I'm always curious as to where people get their severe weather or their weather information from, because everybody says they say we're going to see storms, and it's like, well, who's they? And nobody ever knows. Or I heard severe weather at this time. Where? I'm always curious because everybody gets it differently. I think people think it's comes from the same source. So when they say they said, it's like everybody says the same thing, which is not true. Like me, I'm saying severe weather in the Lincoln area more likely after midnight. HD, it's one of those days. I use Radar, Omega, and you myself than any live chasers. Cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, I forgot to make dinner for myself, so I have to eat what I have available, which is a Pop-Tart and a Diet Mountain Dew. Drew, no, that they're expected to weaken as they move into eastern Nebraska. Hopefully that's the case. Tornado extreme, you didn't answer my question. Partly cloudy in Lincoln. I live here. I'm aware of that. Where did you hear that severe weather 11 o'clock for Lincoln? I'm interested to know where you heard that. Because it's close. I mean, 11 o'clock, but severe weather potential? Who's saying severe, and who gave you 11 o'clock? Because I don't think it's going to be a severe, and I think it'll be after midnight. Let's see. We do have severe weather watches. I gotta delete that. So we have a couple of different areas here. So this area, grandparents. Okay. This area goes until a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight. So what that means is this area right here is where the storm should be around midnight. And then you have this area that goes until 8 p.m., so that should be done in about an hour. And then this area down here goes until 10 p.m. Hey, hungriest, thank you. Very nice of you. Let's see, not sure on them, but Weather Channel has us with a threat for wind and hail damage tonight. When I checked the app, but that is, yeah, what any app that isn't local is, even the local ones aren't very good. Apps have a long way to go. Hopefully they get better, but right now they are iffy at best. Let's see, Bryson. Only thing I noted was on the HRRR showing some rain tomorrow until 2 p.m. That I've seen that too, which is fine. You know what? If we have rain on the 4th of July, that stifles the fire threat, which is absolutely great. Thank you for enduring service to keep us weather informed. I'm happy to help, Joseph. And hungriest of, who is that? Hungriest of Hippo? I like that name. That's cool. Okay. So there's we still have that tornado warning. Curious if we have any velocity. Hang on. There's a little bit of rotation in there. Oh, that one's not good. Here we go. It's kind of in the middle of the radars. It's hard to see right here. How much rain do you expect Lincoln tonight through tomorrow? Oh, that's a good question. Probably, I'm going to say half an inch in some spots. Here's the weird thing about storms that with rain potential. I had, with all the heavy rain that fell not too long ago, when it was like that really heavy rain, I had about 2 inches in my rain gauge, and the other side of town had 5 inches. So thunderstorm warning for Gosper County. I'm seeing that rotation near Gothenburg. Keeping an eye on that. I mean, that's some rotation. Not seeing anything. Not seeing anybody say anything about tornadoes on the ground. Let me make sure. Doesn't look like it. North Platte. There we go. But that rotation over Gothenburg's worth keeping an eye on. Nobody seems to be talking. Okay. Yeah, that Gosper County warning is 60 mile per hour wind gusts and 1.25 inches hail. Last storm in Lincoln we had was weird. It was. It really was. And it's still a little bit of rotation just east of Gothenburg, right there. It's very broad. So, I mean, that's a significant line of storms. Broad rotation means that the threat for tornadoes is smaller. If you have tight rotation, then there's a pretty good chance you're going to see something on the ground. But broad rotation just means the cloud is spinning, but it's hard to get a tornado to the ground when it's kind of wide like that. Still can happen, just doesn't happen as often. That would be cool, John. I appreciate it. It's not necessary, but I appreciate it. No, I had a Pop-Tart. I'm good. Lots of sugar. And a Diet Mountain Dew. Who called me? Ah, spam. The spammer tried to call me at 5 o'clock, right as the show began. Thanks a lot, spammer. Pop-Tarts are the bomb. They are. So we got a couple of areas of severe weather with this line. It'll be interesting to see what happens when this catches up to this. Hopefully it just absorbs it. Yeah, that's read my mind there, HD. That's what I'm talking about. This line, I mean, we got some strong storms here. We've got, this is for Frontier until 7:15 for ping pong ball size hail. Gosper for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and $50 size hail, or 1.25 inches. This one right here, right there. Chase, Hayes, and Perkins for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and $50 size hail. And then, oops. Let's see, did you see the message I had earlier? Not the one about the broad rotation, but other one about storm predictions. Oh, yeah, the marginal risk. Usually marginal risk when they're on the edge of a slight risk. That means the storms are usually weakening as they come out of that slight risk into the marginal risk. So there's still a chance for 1 or 2 strong to severe storms, but they're usually weakening by that time. And that's kind of what is expected out of this particular storm. Let's see, tornado warning right there. That goes until 7:15, so another 10 minutes left on that. Mainly over rural areas, which is where we like them. Headed towards the Tri-Cities, though. So if you live in Grand Island, Kearney, Hastings, heads up. When you get the forecast done, just let me know and we'll set you up. Killer Toaster 37. That's a cool name too. Killer Toaster. That'd be like a great band name. You're welcome, Naomi's. Naomi Blessed Gift Baskets. That wouldn't be a good band name. What is thread rotation? That's nothing. I've never heard of thread rotation. Broad rotation is when there's rotation in the clouds, they're spinning, but it's over a large area. It's not like a significant small area. And crazy weather, yeah, it has. I'll take my microphone off so I can charge it. Just got here. Any of this going to make it to Lincoln? Yes, but not the severe part of it. It should weaken by the time it gets to eastern Nebraska. It should. I mean, we could still see a strong storm. We're still going to see rain, which, you know what, this might time out perfectly, where everybody blows everything up and Uncle Sam Jam happens, and then it rains and clears the sky out. I mean, that, as a guy that has breathing problems as it is, 100% on board with that. No, tornado warnings at midnight do suck, but the chance for that happening tonight in eastern Nebraska is really small. So after this round moves through early tomorrow morning, is there supposed to be another round in the morning? Yes. The severe threat, though, is very small. In fact, so let me show you a couple of different things here. So this is, I mean, tonight, obviously, there's that severe threat. We'll kind of look at the SPC. Okay, this is tonight. So notice once it gets to Lincoln, it just kind of falls off. Storms are expected to fall apart once they cross this line right here. So 1 or 2 strong storms in this area tonight into very early. I mean, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. By the time they get to Lincoln, they should be basically just done. So that's tonight. Now tomorrow, this is the storm outlook for tomorrow. Basically right here. So from Sioux City, it doesn't even include Lincoln, but it's close. Better chance the further east you go. In fact, I'll zoom out here. So there's your better chances. Right here, southeast Minnesota into northern Iowa, a big chunk of Missouri. So we're just on the edge of that. So storms are expected to fire over us and move east, is usually the case with that. Better let my cousin know his son has a baseball game going on in Grand Island right now. Absolutely. Shoot him a text. So we have a tornado warning. That should expire in just a few minutes here. It's a pretty good line. I mean, it's, when you see this like that, this is kind of laying down. But when it's a C like that, when it's more of a backward C, that's a better threat for severe weather. It's kind of crooked though, so the wind potential is smaller because it's kind of laying down. Will severe weather affect southeast of Lincoln? Probably not tonight. What causes storms to weaken and not stay together? They run into stable air. They run out of moisture to work with. There's a lot of things. Sometimes they get torn apart by the different wind directions and speeds because the wind is different the higher up you go. And sometimes they get sheared apart. Sometimes there isn't the right lift for the storms to continue. Dry air is a huge one. It runs into some dry air, and not just at the surface, but at like the mid-levels and even the upper levels to some extent. If there's drier air up there, I mean, it could be humid as humid gets in Lincoln near the surface, but you go up 500 feet, 1,000 feet, and it could be very, very dry. And if a storm runs into that, poof, that's it. Appreciate the kind words, Joshua. That's very nice. Yeah, I could use a break. And I was really hoping the 4th of July was going to be a break, but it's not. Colton, glad to help. So this is interesting too. This is going to try to connect. And sometimes when that happens, you get a little rotation out of that as well. Let me change radars here. Yeah, this is interesting right here. These two sections of the storms are trying to merge or to connect. They're having a tough time doing it though. But they're trying. Fortunately, it looks like this one's moving faster and away while this one's lollygagging. Lollygagging. Bunch of lollygaggers. Name that movie. How's Lincoln looking for around 3 a.m.? Hopefully storms are past us by then, but still a chance. Sue D, ding, 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 you win. Such a great movie, isn't it? Hope we get a break this weekend. Oh, I know. And unfortunately, there's not enough people to work right now, so I have to work Sunday. I get Saturday off, though. The storm is moving not very fast. 20 miles an hour. Heading out, Andrew back. Okay. Muchas gracias. Looks like anywhere from 20 to 30 miles an hour. It's not fast. Oh, I'm salary. Nebraska Rooster. That's a cool name, too. Our basement flooded last rain. Worried about tonight. I understand. 100% understand. Had the same issue at my previous home. That's right. You know what I do, though? I make up for it. You know, I'll take all next week, I'll take 2-hour lunch breaks. You know, I've been here for probably 80 hours this week, maybe. Nah, probably not that long. But I've been here a long time. But I'll make up for it. I mean, and when there's a quiet spell of weather, come in a little late, take a longer lunch. Can't really leave early because, you know, there's a show at 10 o'clock. But I make up for it. It all evens out. Joshua, hey chat, W. What does my daughter say? W in the chat. Hang on, I gotta let her know. She's gonna love this. Let's see. I gotta take a picture of this. Cool. Joshua, thank you. Yes, ice cream fun, definitely. I just need a break so I can get to my kids and take them out for ice cream. I mean, W's in the chat. Hi, Lethal Blue. Good to see you. Yeah, HD. That's the last thing we want. uh, I'll take all of it for the beer fund. It's another thing I haven't been able to do much of lately because it's just been such a long, long severe weather season. Very true, Lethal Blue. Very true. My daughter, who's a big fan of the ice cream fund, is watching Mean Girls with my wife right now. It's a girls' night. So they're having fun. They're all right. You good? Okay. I got to go get something set up. I'll be right back. Should be coming soon. Okay. Okay, let's see. Only a couple of warnings out there right now. It seems like it's kind of weakening now. But we have that one isolated cell in front of everybody, so we'll wait and see what that does. My daughter must not be looking at her phone, which is rare. So that means she's having a good time doing something else. I texted her about the ice cream fund. That's usually that's her jam. Oh. Coffee. Here we go. Yeah, he's actually practicing right now, doing some work, getting ready. Might have him do some on-air stuff Thursday, maybe. But yeah, seeing me work all of these hours, like he might be rethinking it, but I don't know. I usually drink coffee, but it's cold now, so I need to go make some more. Pretty tame third so far. Not a lot of stuff going on. True. Yeah. And you know what? If this fizzles out and just turns into a rainmaker, by all means. Because I kind of want to go home as soon as the show's over tonight. How do I get over my severe weather fear? I worry constantly. I don't know. That's a whole psychological thing. And it's basically what I tell everybody that's nervous about storms is the more prepared you are, the better you'll feel about it. So if you know exactly where to go and how to stay safe, like if there's ever, like if you're at home and you have a storm shelter or, the basement, and you have everything ready, like you have some water and you have a weather radio in there and you have a helmet and, whatever you need to stay safe. And as soon as anything bad happens, you can go there and be safe immediately. That usually crushes that fear because you know what to do to stay safe. Now, if you're out and about somewhere else and there's a severe weather, always be up to date. If there's a severe weather potential and you're in like a restaurant or a mall or something, ask where can I go if there's a severe weather potential somewhere, and I want to be safe. That way, the more you know, the safer you are. Let's see. Do you stay at the station normally in the evenings between 6 and 10? Usually not. I'm done at 6:30. I head home so I can hang out with the kids and my wife for an hour and a half or so, and then I come back to work. I'm usually gone. I leave by 6:45 and I'm back by 8:15. So I take an hour and a half lunch. I chat. Twitter Jim, ladies and gentlemen. How's it looking in Norfolk? Right now, I think everybody east of Highway 281, which is this right here. Come on. This highway right here. Everybody east of there will still see storms, but the severe weather threat is pretty small. So you're Norfolk, Columbus, York, Lincoln, Beatrice, Hebron, still going to see storms, but it just looks like they'll still be strong. I just don't think we're going to see a whole batch and a whole ton of severe weather. But with that said, I mean, it's been a crazy, messed up season so far. So I hate to be, I guess I can't be 100% confident because it's been such a weird year. But right now, models are saying the same thing. All the models and National Weather Service and forecast discussions been saying everything wants to weaken. And case in point is if you look up here, this is all just falling apart. And then this is trying to stay strong. If we're going to see a severe weather, it would be from this right here. I could see some wind at 60 miles per hour. And then this one little cell, not even associated with that line, this one little cell has been severe all by itself. My daughter just texted me, and she said she was on a walk with the dog and been watching Mean Girls. So tell chat I've been gone. So my daughter apologizes for not being with you guys in chat. There she is. Maintain the chaos in winter. That would be actually kind of fun. Can you imagine having just like 6 inches and then 12 inches and then 8 inches and then 4 inches and chat is innocent. We had a W in the chat earlier. We had some ice cream funds going on, Jelly Bean. Thought you'd want to know. Yeah, we had. Hi, Jelly Bean. Yeah, winter's one of those weird months. Snow is so hard to predict, though. At least with severe weather, it's coming. With snow, is it going to be 3 inches? Is it going to be 6 inches? It's such a major difference. Like if we see 2 inches versus 6 inches, 6 inches, that impacts the city dramatically. 2 inches, it's like, still kind of a pain in the butt, but okay. It's okay, Jelly Bean. We're all good here. I'll let you know if something comes up. Thanks for stopping in. This is really cool, you guys. I mean, I can work and watch severe weather and hang out with my daughter on the chat. That is pretty awesome. I mean, isn't it? I appreciate that, Jill. I do not have tomorrow off. We're a little short-staffed right now. We get our weekend guy coming in, our brand new hire, on Monday, we haven't told anybody. So everybody here in the chat, you guys are the first to know this. We have a weekend meteorologist that we hired. He'll start on Monday. We'll get him, it'll take some time to get him up to speed. He graduated college this last May, so he's still a little fresh, and we got to train a few things. What'd I tell you? Did I not point that area out? There it is. Severe thunderstorm warning. I knew that was going to go severe. I just could tell. I'm a meteorologist. What are you going to do? Valley and Sherman for 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Penny size hail. So that's good. You too, Jim. Your kids are awesome. I hope mine turn out like yours. Let's see. Is this heading to Omaha? It will later. By the time it gets to Lincoln and Omaha, and even once it crosses Grand Island and Hastings, it's likely going to weaken a little bit. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's from Texas, and his name is Houston. I don't know. He should have just stayed in Texas and got a job down there. Kent will be sticking around. He's just basically been part-time, filling in when we need it. If we're in a bind and we need somebody to fill in, he'll do that. We're actually looking to hire another one too. We want to have 4 meteorologists, so we'll see. And we've got our eye on a potential candidate too. So we may have 2 new meteorologists in the house before it's all said and done. So, what's going to happen though is we're going to get these new meteorologists and the weather's going to quiet down. I need them now. You're welcome, Ruth. Looks like that one cell that one cell that I was worried about is anytime there's something all by itself and a line of storms catches up to it, sometimes it turns tornadic. Now this one was a little different. This area right here, see how the storm is catching up to it? But it wasn't moving. It was just kind of slowly creeping. So it's almost like it's being absorbed. Now, if it was headed due north, then we probably would have seen a tornado warning. But since this one is kind of moving the same direction as the line of storms itself, I don't think it's going to do anything but just kind of become a part of that line of storms. What time is it? 7:30. Okay, we got time. So that's headed towards between Lexington and Elwood. I mean, that's probably got some hail in it, and it still hasn't been absorbed yet, but it latched on. Look, isn't that interesting? The storm just kind of reached down and grabbed it, and now there's a little notch right there. not rotation, but this is likely all going to fill in. See how it's kind of, this right here is already starting to pull into this one. It's like it's almost pulling it apart. Just fascinating watching these storms do this stuff. Okay, I will be right back. You want to try to record something? Yeah. Okay, hang on one second. The which one? Yes, this one. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Let's put a microphone on it. There we go. Thank you. Yep. And then I'll let you know. I'll like toss it over to you.
Okay.
And that way you can start talking and then end it however you want. We're going to just be recording and we'll just kind of do a few of them and then we'll look at them later.
Perfect.
Okay.
Then do I need an IFB as well?
No, not right now. We might do that tomorrow.
Okay.
But, yeah. Baby steps. Okay.
Good. I'm gonna extract the right away.
Doing some run-throughs with the weather intern, so fill in the time. You ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, I will let them know to press record, and then I will toss it over to you. So hang on one second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. How do you pronounce your last name? Ferraro?
Ferraro.
Okay. All right, you ready? Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, now let's send it over to Dominic Ferraro, meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. What's it looking like?
Thank you, Rusty. We saw very high temperatures today, about 5 degrees above average. Taking a look at our high temperatures across the region. We saw highs in the lower 90s in 2 spots, in the low 90s, headed nearly recent triple digits at 99 degrees. Live look right now. As you look at the moment, Tower and are current conditions there. 77 mostly cloudy skies. We just had a lot of storms working their way through the area. 10 degrees cooler than we were this time yesterday, which is odd. Because once again, I was talking about how warm it was next day. As you can see, this cooler spot, yeah, so the storms are working their way through the region. Right now, 91 still down. Memphis, 86 over from Springfield, 85 up in St. Louis. Closer to home here, 88 down in Kinnick, 91 still out of Union City right in front of the storm, 80 in the viewpoint temperatures right now. Fairly lucky across the region. Those viewpoints into the lower 70s in 2 spots, such as Union City and Murray, into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Very sticky outside there right now. Satellite right now showing a few storms. Still working their way through the region just north of Dubuque. Hawker Bluff
for those still listening. Our weather intern is practicing right now, so I'm just kind of watching him.
And if you look over to our west as well, some showers and thunderstorms working their way across central Nebraska right now as well. Stormcast showing our next chance for showers and storms into the early morning hours of tomorrow. It's about 7 a.m. So to reach the Farmington region, push through our area, and Duke is seeing storms around 11, and then we'll clear out for the rest of the fourth. This is 6 p.m. We're starting to loosen that cloud cover as well. For evening plans should be fairly clear. We'll see a line of storms kind of towards the region once again near midnight. However, those will fizzle out before it reaches our area. A few storms down to our south, to the south, and east of Poplar Bluff. But other than that, we'll see cloudy for the early morning hours on Friday.
Kind of.
Because of this, it looks like another 2 out of 5 days for the SBC. We're mainly watching a chance of damaging winds and large hail tonight, and then into tomorrow. Still in the level 2 out of 5 risk, however, mainly this week for that damaging wind. Forecast lows for tonight. Winds will be light and temperatures 5 degrees above average, peak in the middle 70s. Forecast temperatures for the 4th of July tomorrow into the upper 80s and lower 90s. Winds stay light once again. However, what we'll be keeping an eye on is we'll have good points in the upper 70s.
He's doing really good, chat. I mean, seriously, he's doing really good. I'm impressed. You guys want to see him?
On Friday in the morning hours, topping out into the mid-80s there, and Saturday, sun comes out 84 degrees for your high. Pushing into the weekend, will be fairly clear into the evening hours on Sunday, and then after that, we have a small chance.
I know. I could probably do it. I just need to switch some things over. He's almost wrapping up, though, so hang on.
That was awesome. Seriously, that was awesome. The only thing I would say is maybe slow down just a touch. That's about it. I mean, that's it. That was really good. I don't think we can worry about it. Okay. Do you want to do a? You have a first look? Yeah.
Let's do a first look, and then we will. This one up here?
Yep.
Okay. Starting with Lutheran Home?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, do like a minute and a half. And I'll toss it to you once again. Let me know when you're ready. All right, we had some storms roll through. Now it looks like they might be clearing out a little bit. Dominic, what's it look like?
Yeah, just had a few showers and thunderstorms. Both of them came through our area. This is our weekly center home here at.
Oh. Okay, hang on. Let me put this into play mode. Okay, go ahead. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. After some storms rolled through, it looks like it might be trying to quiet down a little bit. Dominic, what's it look like out there?
Thank you, Rusty. It's still fairly cloudy after the storm rolled through the area. It's hard to home. Camera indicates Missouri. Current conditions right now, 77, mostly cloudy skies. 10 degrees cooler than we were yesterday, but winds not much of an issue right now. Temperatures across the region in the upper 70s.
Yeah, it's when you're nervous, you talk fast. But he's doing really good. I mean, seriously, he's doing really good.
Over in central Nebraska right now. Your stormcast for the rest of the evening into early night hours. We see a chance for rain and showers into the morning tomorrow. However, that should be cleared out by the afternoon and stay pretty clear until late tomorrow night. And your forecast for your 4th of July will be in the upper 70s by 9 a.m. A few chances for showers there. And then by 4 p.m. in the lower 90s, it should be fairly cloud free for your
Cool. That was good. Good. Cool. If you want to keep practicing, you can, but we're done recording. Really, I think the only thing is relax, but that's going to take time. Yeah. You can't just force yourself to relax, so don't worry about that.
So I might run through the first year a couple more times, just so that's
Yep. Go right ahead.
the least experienced with.
Yep. I think the hardest part will probably be hearing somebody in your ear telling you 1 minute, 30
Yep.
seconds, that kind of stuff.
It was a little difficult when, because I was doing the You Stop Math
Yeah.
with Jessica in the mornings, and they do like 15, 10, 5.
Mhm.
I mean, it's okay.
Pretty
It's
soon you hear it, but you don't hear it.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things. So we'll get you through that as well. Yeah, he's doing good, Chad. Doing really good. Everybody on the chat said you did good too.
Oh, sweet. Thomas said thanks.
Dominic says thanks, everybody. Very nice of you, chat. Thank you. That's the nice thing about you guys. I've noticed, I mean, every now and then we get the random that comes in and just tries to, mess with stuff. So, but everybody that's in here on a regular basis, really cool. Absolutely love that. You guys are awesome. It's refreshing. After Twitter is, it is what it is. Facebook, there's always people that are just angry all the time. YouTube, though, it's like a breath of fresh air. It really is. So is there anybody here that's like in the line of these storms like right now? Like anybody along 281 between O'Neill and Grand Island? I think just about everybody is from eastern Nebraska, but every now and then. I heard a story. You're in Kearney? Okay, Jacob, cool. Yeah, those storms are headed your way. Non-severe, probably just a good old-fashioned thunderstorm rolling through Kearney in the Tri-Cities. Heard a story of when that tornado warning was happening in Lincoln. Somebody out west, out by Mullen, if you guys know where Mullen is at, Hyannis, that area, was watching on YouTube this stream, and their parents live in Lincoln where that tornado was. The possible tornado was at. So they called them and woke them up because they were sleeping because they heard me. So somebody in western Nebraska in the Panhandle heard me on YouTube and called their parents in Lincoln to warn them. And then they woke them up, got them out of bed and got them to safety. It was really cool. Let's see. What's Omaha supposed to get? It looks like just some storms. Really, everything's just kind of rolling east, and by the time it makes it into the Lincoln and Omaha area, it's still storms, after midnight, but the potential for severe weather in Omaha and Lincoln and Beatrice is lower. Grand Island, cool. Rebecca, good to know. Thank you for what you do. Lamar's, Iowa. There's an ice cream thing in Lamar's, if I remember right. Always use your forecast as an early heads up. That's good call. Good call, Daniel. Southeast Lincoln. That's where I live. Blue Bunny, yeah, that's what I thought. Go through there sometimes when we're driving to Minnesota to see family. I don't know. It looks like it. I'm going to guess a solid ½ inch to an inch in some spots. You're going to see more rain out of this because it's kind of moving sideways, whereas this right here is moving west to east, so less rain, more rain. That tornado warning a couple of nights ago was too close to Beaver Crossing. It was too close to Lincoln, too close to anybody. Storms, there's one severe storm that's strong just northwest of Grand Island. Timing for Lincoln probably around midnight, I would say, maybe a little after. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock and it's in Grand Island, 30 miles an hour. That's 3 hours away, 11, 12. I mean, it's still west of Grand Island. So yeah, probably around midnight. Unless they speed up, and that is a possibility. But right now they look, the timing has been around midnight for Lincoln for a while. Let's see. That one warning for Valley and Sherman. Goes until 8 o'clock. It's got 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's moving east at 40 miles an hour. So, shall we do the math? 40 miles an hour, like this. So, that puts it 3 hours. That's 11 o'clock. I mean, if that stays at 40 miles an hour, then it would be sometime after 11. But I still think it's just that storm is going 40 miles an hour, but the whole thing is closer to 25 to 30 miles per hour. I like storms during the afternoon. Me too. 3 a.m. is not a time that I want to be dealing with storms, or midnight for that matter. Let's see if the National Weather Service is saying anything. Special weather statement for Adams, Buffalo, Adams, Hall, Phelps, Kearney, Dawson, Gosper counties. 50 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts and pea-size hail. So basically this part of the storm has some wind. I mean, it's 50 to 55. Once you get to 58, that's when it goes severe. So I mean, it's close. We could see more strong storms out of this. Hail isn't an issue, it's the gusty wind. My cousin says it's dark in GI and they just started their championship game. Ooh, they got a little bit. If they just started though, I don't know. I mean, once you get that lightning, especially if it's baseball with aluminum baseball bats, let's see. I mean, there's a lot of lightning. So it probably is, they're probably going to get maybe 1 or 2 innings in. It should roll through fairly quick though. So if they can give it like an hour, they could probably pick it back up. It's a lot of lightning though. D16, good to see you. Huskers 1 probably around midnight is the timing that I've been throwing out there. If it speeds up a little bit, 11. If it slows down a little bit, 1. So sometime around there. Usually with storms that weaken, and these are expected to weaken a little bit as they move east, they slow down a little bit. And if that's, right now they're going about 40 miles an hour. If we could get it to go, if the storm slows down because it's starting to weaken, which I think it's going to, then it'll be a little slower getting here. And all models have been saying it looks like it wants to weaken. You know, we could look at that here real quick. See what the latest update is. Change the model. Let's go with that one. So, oh, that one's no good. Jeez. All right, let me find a different model. Hang on. This one's probably better. Yeah. So notice how because, I mean, it's got to load. Hang on. Ooh, just had a big old explosion outside. Okay, so there, let's see. There's 8 p.m. What time is it? 8 p.m. So that's about right. That's about where it's at, right, chat? So then you get to about 10. There's 10 o'clock. There's 11 o'clock. Close to Lincoln. Rolls into Lincoln around midnight. And look how it just weakens. Look at that. It just dies. 1 a.m. And then that's about it. Then there's more rain after that. This is 6 a.m. right there. More storms are out there. But yeah, this is where it's at now. Oh, got another warning, hang on. Swift thunder, oh no, that's different, never mind. Where's Ripley? Oh. Yeah, all right. 1 second, chat. Okay, sorry, a little distraction there. Oops. Okay. Tornado extreme coming towards Nebraska. Storms. Yeah, I used to till they started happening all the time. Let me get back to the radar here. Storm warning will last long. Uh-oh. Yeah, storms are expected to roll through and be done by 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Just got that one warning left, and that goes until 8 o'clock. So I mean, if we'll see, but we may be done with warnings for a while. And it's just turning into a good old-fashioned round of thunderstorms. Yeah, I mean, could happen. 337, good to see you. Yeah, not as much red. That means the rain isn't, there's no hail in there or heavy rain. But there's still a lot of wind, and this isn't showing the wind. This is showing the heavy rainfall. So jeez. I don't know, chat, can you hear the explosions going on outside? Somebody's lighting fireworks. It sounds like just right outside of our building. Goodness sakes. So we still have this watch, but it's starting to get eroded away. 8 a.m. People lighting fireworks at 8 a.m. I always think it's hilarious, like during, Husker football in the, February, or not February, November. And they, if they beat Iowa or something, you can hear neighbors blowing off fireworks after the game in the middle of November. It always cracks me up. So let's see. This area is until 8 p.m., so that big chunk is going to go away in a couple of minutes. Chances at regaining strength, 30%. I've seen one model that just had it holding on to its strength, not getting stronger, just kind of holding steady all the way through. That last one we had, though, has it almost gone by the time it makes it into eastern Nebraska. So we'll see. Looks like everything's, once 8 o'clock rolls around, I'll probably let you guys go. Got some things I need to do and get ready for the 10 o'clock. But we'll see what happens here real quick. But I'm kind of hungry. Yeah, Cameron, ditto. That's the nice thing about all this is I've run my sprinklers like once. Kim, Platte Basin time-lapse live stream. Shows the clouds rolling in. Okay, cool. I might have to check that out. I have some things I have to do here real shortly. Okay, so that warning was allowed to expire. I don't think they're gonna tack on anymore. Let me check real quick. Sherman Valley is expired. Yeah, gusty winds 45 to 55 still possible with these thunderstorms. So I mean they're close. They're really close. So here's the deal, chat, and I will thank you first off, and I appreciate you subscribing and doing all that kind of stuff. That's I didn't realize this was going to be a big part of my life, and now it's like I can't wait to do it again. But if you live in central and eastern Nebraska, keep an eye on things. If this strengthens, gets worse, you know I'll be on. You know I will. It's become one of the first things I think about. So appreciate everybody. And if something pops up or gets a little bit stronger, I will definitely be on. And hopefully not. I'm hoping for just a good old fashioned thunderstorm and nothing to worry about. But you never know. So I'll be here if you need me. See ya.